Yesterday in court with Diddy, they finished up the testimony from a woman named Brianna Bungalawlins. I don't know if that's how you say her last name, probably not. But she's a stylist that was a friend of Cassie's that I told you guys about. She's the woman who alleged that Diddy hung her over a 17-story balcony and threatened her, right?
Now, he love hanging people. Remember they said it was speculation that he hung Wale over a balcony too.
Yep.
Yeah, Wale said that wasn't true though. He said that recently. Actually,
I don't think he ever told us whether he was dangled or not. He said he was.
Yeah, recently he was on L'Oreal's show. He was on L'Oreal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Morning Hustle. He was on Morning Hustle. He said it wasn't true. Yep.
Well,
all right, my bad, Lauren. Go ahead.
No, well, I mean, because of that testimony and her cross-examination on the stand, which is where Diddy's attorneys are asking her questions, Diddy got in trouble yesterday in court. The judge threatened to kick him out of the courtroom for the remainder of the trial because the judge alleges that Diddy was nodding to the jurors and just making motion to the jurors with his head while her cross-examination was happening. Now, here's
he said that he was nodding vigorously. I don't even know how you do that.
He has this thing that he does. I've seen him do it where he's like, it's kind of like he's turned around to his family when I've been in court and did like a...
You can't look at jurors? I didn't know that.
So you can look at jurors, but I'm going to read the judge's exact words.
The judge was like, I want to make sure you're not flirting, okay? You in here making eye contact with people bricked up.
Somebody must have complained beforehand and said they felt like it was intimidation. I bet you that's what it was.
Well, so here's the transcript. So the judge put the jurors on the break, so they're not in the courtroom, and then the judge asked for a minute with Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilio, right? So the judge says, I was very clear this morning that there were not to be any facial expressions or other attempts to have any interaction with the jury whatsoever, any influence on the jury whatsoever, and I could not have been more clear in terms of what I said. You heard me, right? And his attorney says, I did. So then the judge says, well, there was a line of questioning where your client was nodding vigorously and looking at the jury, and there was a subsequent moment we had a sidebar and I looked and I saw your client looking at the jury and nodding vigorously during that line of questioning. This is absolutely unacceptable. Is it going to happen again, Mr. Agnifilio? And then he says it's not going to happen again. And then the judge says it does happen again. He won't be allowed in this courtroom for the remainder of the trial.
Why do they make jurors public? Like, why do they even let anybody see the jury? I feel like jurors should have some type of
like a glass, like anonymity. Behind one of them glasses.
I don't know. I will say too, during the jury selection, there was one day we were all in line getting our cell phones together, and I'm like, if any of these people is picked, I'm just right here. Like, we're media, we're right here with them.
But not only that, think about this, some of the actual people that are testifying don't have to put their stuff out there, right? You don't know who they are, they're anonymous, but the jurors, you know who the jurors are through the whole trial.